Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the thrilling world of airport security. Don't worry, I promise it's more exciting than it sounds. We're talking about the top 8 reasons you get flagged by those eagle-eyed TSA agents. You know, the ones who can spot a rogue bottle of shampoo from 50 paces. Listen, we've all been there, right? Standing in that endless security line, shoes off, laptop out, desperately trying to remember if we packed that suspicious-looking bottle of lotion. It's enough to make you miss your flight and your sanity. But fear not, my friends. Stick around to find out what you can do to breeze through security like a pro and avoid becoming that person who holds up the entire line. Trust me, your fellow travelers will thank you. All right, let's start with the obvious, shall we? TSA agents, those guardians of Gate 42, are trained to spot anything that looks out of place. We're talking about things that scream, "Hey, look at me, I might be a bomb." First up, let's talk about packing. We've all been there, frantically shoving socks and underwear into our suitcases at 3 a.m. But trust me, a little organization goes a long way. TSA agents love nothing more than a neatly packed bag. It's like giving them a little present. And speaking of presents, avoid packing things that might be mistaken for, well, not presents. You know, things like fireworks, knives, ninja stars. You get the idea. It's not just about actual weapons either. That snow globe of the Eiffel Tower? Harmless, right? Not if it looks like it's filled with something besides water. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, I would never pack anything dangerous. But you'd be surprised. Remember that time you accidentally left your pocket knife in your carry-on? Or that bottle of hairspray that exceeded the size limit? Yeah, those count. So next time you're packing, channel your inner Marie Kondo and ask yourself, does this spark joy, and is it TSA approved? If the answer is no, leave it at home. Liquids. The bane of every traveler's existence. It's like they have a sixth sense for spotting a rogue bottle of shampoo. But fear not, my parched friends, there's a simple solution. The 3-1-1 rule. Think of it as the holy trinity of air travel. 3.4 ounces or less per container, 1 quart-sized bag for all your liquids, and 1 bag per passenger. See? It's not rocket science. But here's the thing. Even the most seasoned travelers mess this up. They forget to put their liquids in a separate bag, or they try to sneak in a bottle of water the size of a small child. Don't be that person. And please, for the love of all that is good and holy, make sure your liquids are actually under 3.4 ounces. Don't try to pull a fast one on the TSA. They've seen it all. Remember that time I tried to sneak a whole turkey on the plane? Yeah, that didn't end well. So do yourself and everyone else in line a favor. Follow the 3-1-1 rule. Your liquids will thank you for it. Okay, let's talk about something a little more, shall we say, intriguing, unusual travel patterns. Now, I'm not saying that spontaneity is a bad thing. In fact, I encourage it. But when it comes to air travel, a little predictability goes a long way. See, the TSA loves patterns. They analyze your travel history like they're Sherlock Holmes on a case. One-way ticket to a remote island? Red flag. Last-minute booking to a country known for its, let's say, relaxed visa policies? Another red flag. Look, I get it. Sometimes you have to travel on a whim, but if you can, try to book round-trip tickets in advance. It makes you look like a less, shall we say, interesting traveler. And trust me, you don't want to be on the TSA's interesting list. Now I know what you're thinking, Jimmy, but I'm a free spirit. I don't like to be tied down by itineraries, and that's great. But just remember, you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Or in this case, you get through security faster with a round-trip ticket than with a one-way to Timbuktu. All right, let's talk fashion, or more specifically, airport fashion. Now, I'm all for comfort when you're traveling, but when it comes to airport security, less is definitely more. Wearing layers upon layers of clothing might seem like a good idea at the time, especially if you're trying to avoid those pesky baggage fees. But trust me, it's a one-way ticket to the TSA pat-down party. And let's be honest, nobody wants to be the guest of honor at that shindig. Here's the deal. Bulky clothing just screams, "Hey, I'm hiding something." And the TSA, bless their cotton socks, they take that very seriously. So, ditch the parka, ditch the cargo pants, and opt for something a little less conspicuous. And while we're on the subject of fashion faux pas, let's talk about accessories. Now, I love a good statement piece as much as the next guy. But when it comes to airport security, keep it simple. Those chunky belts with the giant buckles? Yeah, they're going to set off the metal detector. The same goes for those heavy necklaces and bracelets. So next time you're packing your suitcase, remember, dress for comfort, but pack for security. Your fellow travelers will thank you for it. Ah, technology. It's both a blessing and a curse, isn't it? I mean, we love our gadgets, but they can be a real pain in the neck when it comes to airport security. But don't worry, I'm here to help you navigate the wonderful world of tech and TSA. First things first. Make sure your laptops, tablets, and other electronics are easily accessible. Don't bury them at the bottom of your bag, wrapped in a sweater and 3 pairs of socks. The TSA agents will find them, and they will make you unpack them. Trust me, I speak from experience. Here's a pro tip. Invest in a good laptop bag or sleeve. It'll make your life so much easier when you're going through security. And while you're at it, make sure your electronics are charged. There's nothing worse than having to dig through your bag for a charger while the TSA agent is giving you the side eye. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, this is all well and good, but what about my phone? I can't exactly put that in a separate bin. And you're right. But you can make sure it's not buried in your pocket under a mountain of loose change and gum wrappers. So next time you're flying, remember these tech-savvy tips. Your electronics and your sanity will thank you for it. Alright folks, let's talk about everyone's favorite airport security game show. Will it set off the metal detector? Now, I love a good belt as much as the next guy. But when it comes to airport security, those metal buckles are like flashing neon signs that scream, "Look at me, I'm going to make you beep." And trust me, nobody wants to be the person who holds up the line because they forgot to take off their belt. It's like being the last one picked for dodgeball. Humiliating. And it's not just belts, folks. We're talking jewelry, watches, keys, loose change, anything metal that could set off those sensitive little machines. Now, I'm not saying you have to go through security looking like you're about to walk the runway at a nudist colony. But a little preparation goes a long way. Here's a pro tip. Before you even get to the security line, empty your pockets. I'm talking everything. Phone, keys, wallet, that lucky penny you found on the ground, into your carry-on bag. And while you're at it, take off any jewelry that might set off the metal detector. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry, and potentially groped by a TSA agent. Let's be honest, flying can be a stressful experience. You're crammed into a metal tube with hundreds of strangers, hurtling through the air at hundreds of miles per hour. It's enough to make anyone a little anxious. But here's the thing. Acting nervous at the airport is like wearing a sign that says, "I'm smuggling a penguin in my pants." Think about it. You're sweating, you're fidgeting, you're making eye contact with everyone like you're about to confess to a crime. It's enough to make even the most seasoned TSA agent suspicious. Now, I'm not saying you have to channel your inner Zen master and meditate your way through security. But a little composure goes a long way. Take a deep breath, relax, and try to act like you've done this before, even if you haven't. And for the love of all that is good and holy, don't make any jokes about bombs or weapons. Trust me, the TSA has heard them all, and they're not amused. In fact, they're more likely to detain you for questioning, and nobody wants to miss their flight because they thought they were being funny. So, next time you're feeling those pre-flight jitters, just remember, keep calm and carry on. The TSA and your fellow passengers will thank you for it. Okay, let's talk about something a little more, shall we say, sensitive: travel history. Now, I'm not saying that the TSA is judging you based on where you've been, although, let's be honest, they probably are. But the reality is, frequent international travel or visits to certain countries can raise a few eyebrows. Think about it. You've got stamps from all over the world in your passport, like a badge of honor from a globe-trotting secret society. While that's awesome for bragging rights at cocktail parties, it can also make you a person of interest for the TSA. They might flag you for additional screening just to make sure you're not, smuggling any exotic fruits or endangered species in your suitcase. But don't worry, it's not the end of the world. If you know you're going to be flagged for your travel history, just be prepared. Have your documents ready, be polite and cooperative with the TSA agents, and try not to make any sudden movements. And whatever you do, don't make any jokes about being a secret agent. Trust me, they've heard them all before, and they're not as funny as you think they are. So next time you're jet-setting off to some far-flung corner of the globe, just remember, your travel history is a part of who you are, but it doesn't define you. Embrace it, be prepared for a little extra scrutiny, and keep on exploring the world. And there you have it, folks. The top 8 reasons you get flagged by TSA and how to avoid them. Remember, those TSA agents are just trying to keep us safe and from sneaking on those oversized bottles of shampoo. So next time you're at the airport, channel your inner travel pro, pack smart, dress the part, and try not to look suspicious. You'll be breezing through security and on your way to your destination in no time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more travel tips and tricks. Safe travels!